Ganang araw mga chong! Welcome again to Monkeys Bananas Vlog. And today we're going to unbox the Player's Sky of Final Fantasy VII's Advent Children Barrett Wallace. So basically, siya yung isa sa, or actually yung founding member ng Avalanche who fights along with the rest of the gang, which is Cloud, Tifa, sila actually normally with Biggest and Wedge and Jesse. And since hype ngayon ng Final Fantasy VII, I think meron na siyang reissue and nakuha ko na rin siya along with Tifa dun sa Final Fantasy VII Remake and Cloud with Hardy Daytona. I think it's time for me to unbox these figures. And as you know, if you're a fan of the Final Fantasy VII franchise, Advent Children happened way after, I think a couple of years or perhaps way after the Final Fantasy VII game. So I think series of um, games ang ginawa niya, na gatasan siya ng husto. Basically, malalaman mo naman kasi maintindihan mo actually kasi nga maganda yung franchise and it was way ahead of this time, 1996 for me. PlayStation 1, Gold Chocobo, everything. um, 3 discs ang game na to sa PlayStation, so you know how big it was. But technology caught up and they already did yung PlayStation 5 Intergrade, which had the Yuffie storyline or included na siya dun sa Midgar events. And yeah, sa PS4, yung Final Fantasy VII Remake on number of episodes. I haven't had the chance to play it yet, but hopefully sooner than later so that para samahan na natin yung rest of the gang on this particular journey na going back and jumping into the Final Fantasy VII lore. All right, so let's begin. So for Barrett Wallace, he got his Gatling gun hand. If you're able to know the franchise again, they were shot at him and his best friend. So palitan yung kanyang kamay. I think was falling off a cliff, and then they were shot at by the Shinra soldiers. So that's why, hence, ang kanyang Gatling gun gang arm. But much like the Red 13, he also has the emblem dun sa kanyang window type of packaging. And as you can see, meron pa siyang sticker ng pre-order from Glorieta 2. I actually had it dun sa Big Boys. And he's part of the Tifa and Red 13 line. Tatlo lang sila nilabas noon around that price range. Now, these figures go for around 7K yung SRP nila. So, grabe yung inflation. Pero anyways, so I was able to have the chance to open Red 13 and then na-save ko siya. And then natutupi siya actually. If I'm able to get it for you guys, but later I'll show you yung box. So parang I don't have to dispose them. Siguro yung madi-dispose ko lang is yung clamshell. Aside from it's eating it up. And perhaps sooner or later I'll just try to throw it away regardless. Pero again, these are 1:9 figures or 1:8 or 1:7 because 1:6 is basically the first one. So 1:8 as far as I know kasi mga 9-incher, 10-incher itong mga to. And here is the excerpt from his window type packaging. 2 years after the event, so same stuff. And basahin na lang natin yung nasa gitna. A powerful ally that always lends a helping hand. Barrett was the enthusiastic leader of a rebel group called Avalanche when the town where Tifa reestablished Seventh Heaven comes under attack. He rushes to his friend's side to help her once again. His foul-mouthed and boorish exterior belies a salty but kind heart. Even in battle, he worries about Merlene, his beloved and doted on daughter. Gatling gun. His right arm can be transformed into his partner, the Gatling gun. Yun. So, pretty historic character since sila yung dalawang unang na-introduce dun sa train, dun sa game. But this particular costume is only on the Advent Children storyline. As you know, he has his brown vest with that, and then hindi ganitong fish type net yung kanyang suit. Machuhan ang dating. Pero same goes with green pants. And then let's open him up. I think he has a couple of extra set pair of hands. Kanyang metallic. Alright, right arm and then yung left hand. Yeah, let's open this up. So there's nothing much to show as far as the packaging is concerned. It's the typical Final Fantasy VII miniature logo. And at the back, yung poses, much like Red 13 and Tifa. This series is made by Square Enix, and wala siyang character reference before. Hindi siya ginawa ng PlayArts ng action figure along with Sid. Meron lang is Cloud with Hardy Daytona, and then we have Tifa, we had Vincent, we had Yuffie, we have Aerith. I think those guys, and Red 13 and Kate Sith. Pero si Barrett at si Sid, hindi nila binigyan ng masyadong pag-ibig. Pero yun, UNC, medyo maalikabok siya kasi nga matagal siya sa storage, including yung kanyang packaging at the inside the box. But easy pull out. Same goes with Red 13. I think this is one of the things that I like about the figures, because it has the backdrop that is basically going to have yung stand, which is good for a deal, and then yung instructions on how to use it or how to create it, and then the way they're able to change or switch from the current Gatling gun armor or Gatling gun hand to his normal hands, or at least yung mechanical hand for Barrett. Yeah, these are great types of stands kasi nga it has their own screws and they can stand on its own. I think this particular stand will be helpful and be beneficial for Sephiroth, and I think he's one of the last ones that I will open up for the Advent Children line, along with the Hardy Daytona and Cloud. Or actually, it's not yung Hardy Daytona sa Advent Children, it was Fenrir, which I also have. So that one we're going to open up last, so we can add them up to the display in our glass cabinet. Yeah. Here it is, typical clamshell. Just pull out. So I'm gonna use again both hands to do so. Siyempre, amuin muna natin. For new figures, that always is the case. It's pretty heavy. That's the reason why we don't actually really need the stand for these figures, kasi nga they are top and heavy or bottom heavy, and then they can really stand on their own. So wala siyang twisties, wala siyang assist lang siya, and you can see how big and how tall this figure is. So we'll get into comparison later para sa size difference, kasi si Red 13 naman hindi natin kailangan ng size difference, mainly because he is standing using his four toes. So yeah. Yep, there you go. Mayinig yung articulation niya dun sa kanyang thighs. So I think this is a normal action figure for humans. Yung typical articulation niya would include swivels and double jointed, but this one we have a ball jointed elbow. So it just goes up and down, or just swivel. Meron siyang tattoo, which is insignia dun sa kanyang clamshell. Upper arm articulation, just a swivel. And then, yeah, butterfly type, which is you can basically just bring up and down his arms and then his shoulders. Same goes for his other arm. And then I think you can pull this out. And then as much as the thighs are concerned, and then his torso is typical figure where you can change it. And for his articulation dun sa head, I think you can pull it out, but anyways, it doesn't have any Pero yun siya, parang meron siyang division sa ulo. But it's not that significant, but I don't think it's gonna matter. And as far as face sculpt is concerned, there, focus. Yeah. Yep. Double jointed knees, green boots. Yung kanyang feet is going to be articulated ball joint type. Wala siyang articulation sa upper thighs. It's just gonna be on his legs. Yeah, fishnet type of joint. But yeah, other than that, here's the extra set of pair of hands. Metal. And then ito yung kanyang left hand. Open palm with rings and then gloves. And here is his gapping gun. So you can just basically pull it out and just replace it with this one. It actually has a rotating action. So if you can check, see, umiikot siya. Stupid. Pero it has direction on how you can change it, but I'm not gonna change this now. Perhaps once we're able to pose him along with the rest of the team so that we can see how it looks for the Advent Children line. But as far as scale wise is concerned, I think around 8 inches. And I'll use the Toy Biz Sentinel Build-A-Figure. As far as the articulation is concerned, you can see how tall he is along with Sentinel. He is around 12 inches. So around 3 inches nga sa mga ganun, mga 9 or 8 inches si Barrett. Ito yung typical na Funko Dorbs, 2.5. So yeah, 8, 9 inches around. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much, guys. 12 minutes of speaking with you about Barrett Wallace, and hopefully you like and subscribe to the channel and click on the like button. Click on the notification bell if you're already subscribed so that we can get more videos like this over to you. So thank you. And as always, stay safe. Take care. Good shit lang. Peace out, yo.